So just a little more bit in detail of what happened to me. I was going out to Bob's every other weekend. One of the weekends I went out, I had a lot to drink in a short period of time. I just found out my sister was raped by a phone call and guilt tripped and a bunch of other stuff. And I drank heavy. A Spanish guy followed me going, hey, hey, you're pretty. Hey, you're pretty. Hey, you're pretty. I stopped to try to communicate. He didn't even speak English. I spoke very little Spanish. Very, very little. And I even went like this, trying to tell him I only speak very little Spanish. I remember telling him I want to get laid, things like that. I downloaded an app where I could talk to him, a translation app. I remember that and the fact that I was looking for my fiance, which, if you guys see my other videos, already know about that. Long story short, I found him. He got himself in trouble again, so the cops and stuff were involved. Anyways, next thing I remember, I was naked. I got up, trying to put my clothes on and get my phone and whatnot. He had taken my phone. He tried to lock me in, tried to force me to give him head. And the following time I seen him, we danced, shared a moment. And then the times I seen him after that, he was just pushing for contact and for me to hook up with him again. When I told him no, or I'm with my girlfriend, pretty much I told him no and turned him down like 5 different ways. And then him and his friends kept putting their hands and shit down my pants while people were laughing and shit. I walked out because they weren't listening about no, or weren't hearing me. He followed me out, apologizing and saying something else. And I said, see, I forgive you. And he asked, really, in English. And then he switched to Spanish again and tried to get me to leave with him. I told him no. And went to the bathroom, checked in on a friend, seeing if a friend came in, like we were thinking of meeting up. One of my girlfriends. And no one showed up. And I left. The next time I seen him, he was following me again. I was really out of it. Had too much to drink. But I was with it and off and on enough to know what was going on. He had gotten me into his apartment again. He had removed my clothes and pretty much raped me. He wouldn't listen to leave me alone. And the Spanish guys just wouldn't leave me alone. They kept harassing me, putting their hands on me. Hell, I couldn't even take a walk without one of them trying to grab me. and telling me that I have to sleep with them. No means no. I don't know why Spanish males can't get that. Or even white males, in that matter, that speak the same language as me. Anyways, I stopped going to the bars for a while, and I was attacked by my own house. Well, not a house, but by my apartment building while I was out walking, while drinking at a small little canteen thing for alcohol. It was like an 8-ounce little thing. I had whiskey in there. And on the way home, I just felt off. I felt like a bad vibe. Just, my neck hairs were standing up like I knew something was going to happen. And next thing I remember, I'm waking up, trying to get up. I had welts up and down my leg. I had 2 punch marks on my stomach. My sides had bruises. My back had bruises. My ass was bruised. I tried turning all this into the cops. Nothing got done about it. None of it. And on top of that, when I started going back to the bars, some guy who told me his name was Turtleback kept going, I'll marry you, I'll marry you. Just let me blow a big load in you, and a bunch of other stuff. I told him my name is Rebecca Hurt. And he wouldn't even listen to me. He kept calling me some stripper name. And next time I seen him, he was hollering the stripper name out. I completely ignored his dumb ass. And I was still swollen. And anytime I tried getting up off the ground, he'd push me down into the dirt. Wouldn't let me tell him no. Wouldn't let me do anything. And once it finally came out as to stop, he stopped, yeah, but he didn't like it. And that was after he tried bribing me with $1,000. And I told him no. And I told him where to stick it, pretty much. He took advantage of a rape victim that was swollen, beat down, harassed, and bullied. Then they left me alone until I met my partner, Nate. I started going to his place. The downstairs neighbors at the time started harassing me and having people show up, saying it's that one girl that so-and-so was with, and that she cried rape, or wrote that note to get the point across for them to leave me alone. Or what he was doing was indeed harassment, and what I do and don't remember. Let's see, these guys have drugged me. On top of that, before I met Nate, I'd go out and end up in the emergency room due to drugs and stuff being in my system. And because I knew there was drugs and stuff in my system, they took it as I was doing the drugs myself when I never said I was. And when I tried reporting it and getting checked out, because I knew I had been drugged again, they wouldn't even do a damn thing at the hospital here in Rice Lake. At the Marshfield. So, Marshfield Clinic isn't the best place to go if you've been raped or drugged and you know it. And then back to after I met my partner. After I moved in to my partner's place, it was a couple months, I want to say, down the road when we were trying for a baby about that time. People were breaking in again. They stole stuff. The one guy that was breaking in raped me. I thought it was Nate. And yeah, I was sleeping. I told Nate a couple hours prior to that I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. We had just had sex. At that time, I was sleeping naked because that's how I was comfortable. And someone comes in and rapes me up the ass. And then leaves and then walks out down the stairs to exit the building. I get up, very drunkenly put clothes on. I walk out thinking that I'm not going to see Nate. And there he is on the couch in the living room. He was asking me what I was doing. And I said nothing. And then morning came. When I sobered up some, I tried turning into the cops. Me and Nate even tried calling the break-in when stuff was stolen into the cops. Nothing was done about it. They didn't do a damn thing about me being raped. They just dismissed it. And they dismissed the constant harassment. And when I tried telling my partner's parents all this and a sum up of what was going on at Walmart when I worked there, because they were showing up at Walmart threatening me, rubbing in my face that they got away with rape and a bunch of other stuff. Not mentioning threatening to kill my unborn baby. And Nate at that time. Yeah, I tried telling them a little bit about what was going on at Walmart, then what I have been hearing lately, and they forced me into a mental institution saying that I said I was hearing voices when I never said I was hearing voices. And they have taken my kids, my children from me, and yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to find excuses after excuse to keep my children from me. That's what I know. And so far, that is exactly what they've been doing. And they're doing all this all just because I was raped and being harassed. The last form of harassment or bullying wasn't even a week ago.